Things have just got a whole lot worse for social media influencer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan. Since December 2022, they've been facing allegations that they were running a sex trafficking empire out from Romania, allegations of rape, and further allegations of running a criminal conspiracy with the intention of exploiting women. That case started back in December 2022 when, in a well-publicised arrest, Romanian authorities stormed this rather large house on the outskirts of Bucharest where Tate and his brother Tristan have been living. Now, they were under effective house arrest for some time. That was rescinded back in August last year, and they were effectively allowed to travel within Romania, but still not allowed to actually leave the country. They were faced also with a secondary aspect which related to civil action being taken by 4 British women. And this stemmed from a criminal case which was investigated by Hertfordshire Police back in 2019. A file was produced for the Crown Prosecution Service, but there wasn't enough evidence to prosecute. The 4 women have come together to form a class action group, as it were, and the lawyers have instituted proceedings against Tate and his brother. So, you would have thought that's quite enough to deal with if you're Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. But no, there's more to come here, because Bedfordshire Police, completely separate to this, have started an investigation into further allegations of what were described as sexual offences with the use of force. This has resulted in a warrant being issued at London's Westminster Magistrates Court for the arrest of the Tate brothers and for their extradition back to the UK. It gets more complex. They were arrested on Monday evening at the home where they have been living, the same one, just on the outskirts of Bucharest, taken into custody, and they appeared in court where a Romanian authorities, a judge, decided that the case against them in Romania would still continue. And the conclusion of that case, they will now face extradition back here to the UK. Given that a warrant has been issued, it is likely they could face charges in relation to the new investigation by Bedfordshire Police. The next steps is it's a waiting game for them now. They've got to wait for the case to pan out in Romania. If they're convicted, it's inevitable they will go to prison. If they're acquitted, they then face being extradited against their will back to Britain, where they grew up in Britain. They grew up in Luton, in a council house in Luton. They were born in Chicago. They have dual US and UK citizenship. Andrew Tate has said he does not want to return to the UK at the moment. He contested extradition. The Romanian judge had decided that the proceedings out there are going to be dealt with, and after that he could well be extradited back to the UK. The Tate brothers have denied everything. Andrew Tate, who has a huge online following, 9 million followers, he's been barred from Twitter, but he has this conspiracy theory, or he perhaps doesn't think it's a conspiracy, he believes it's genuine, where what he calls the Matrix, which is an establishment of government, law enforcement, are all conspiring to somehow get him.
These are very serious allegations, but you must accept that they're very serious. If you interrupt me again, sir, please.
So what happens is, when you get to a certain level of fame, they go through your entire life forensically and try and destroy you. And what have they found on us? Some old YouTube videos that we published ourselves. What have they found on us? Here we are 2 years into this process. You don't see any girls with bruises. You don't see any. Where's the victims of all this? The whole thing is garbage. It's head-to-toe garbage, the Matrix attack.
He is a self-confessed misogynist. He believes that men are given a hard time, and he's become something of a guru, a sort of Pied Piper figure for disaffective young men who believe that the world has gone completely mad and that men are now effectively discriminated against. He is a huge figure in the online world, and he has huge influence, but perhaps the wall is starting to be pulled over from people's eyes, and we're being shown a glimpse of what the authorities at least allege is the true nature of the Tate brothers, which is sex offenders who exploited women, who raped women, who made money out of women, who treated women as sexual playthings, objects. What appears to be at the background here is a blogger claims that they had information that Andrew Tate had told him he was planning to leave Romania. So Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, their status in Romania, legal status, is they have to stay there. They're not allowed to leave the country. It is claimed by this blogger Aidan Ross that he was planning to go over to Romania to film Andrew Tate, and Tate had apparently told him that he wouldn't be in Romania very long and that he was planning to leave quickly.
Andrew had hit me up. He said, hey, I'm going to be leaving Romania soon and probably never coming back. If you want to come over and do a week of long streams and content before I leave, I think it'll be big. And he said it's basically now or never.
This information seems to have been passed on by lawyers representing 4 women who are suing Tate, claiming that they were raped, sexually abused by him over here in Britain. The European arrest warrant was applied for by Bedfordshire Police with this intelligence. Bedfordshire Police themselves have made very scant comments on what they're up to. They apparently, according to Tate's spokesperson, these allegations go back to 2012 to 2015. Bedfordshire Police have declined to comment on that. They are limited on what they can say because they will not want to run the risk of prejudicing any potential proceedings in the UK in future. But it is hard to see how, given the situation that the Tates are facing criminal trial in Romania, there won't be any kind of publicity about that in relation to potentially prejudicing a UK case. So perhaps Bedfordshire Police on this occasion have been a little bit too nervous, although doubtless they were advised by the CPS they could put out into the public domain at this point. The Tate brothers strenuously deny any accusations of being complicit in running a criminal organisation exploiting women. They deny raping women. They deny being violent towards women. They are insistent that they are the victims of a conspiracy by what Andrew Tate likes to call the Matrix. We will have to wait and see. But it does appear that the problems for the Tate brothers are mounting literally by the week. Criminal action, not just in Romania, but in the UK. They're also facing civil action here in the UK. It's going to take years and years, potentially, for this to be sorted out.